After today's dose of tech, stay tuned for an incredible call for my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. And this is a conversation you're not going to want to miss. I get asked this all the time. Kim, how the heck do I get rid of all this email spam? Before you spend time clicking unsubscribe on your mountains of email, a warning, you're setting yourself up for more spam. With reputable companies, clicking unsubscribe should do the trick. They're following email marketing regulations, which gives recipients the right to have them stop emailing you and spells out tough penalties for violations. But what about those random, out-of-the-blue spam emails from who knows where? Clicking unsubscribe on those is like waving a big flag saying, hey, this email works, send me more. So what should you do? If the email's from a place you trust, a store you shop at, or a newsletter you signed up for, go ahead and do hit unsubscribe. Can't recognize it? Don't click unsubscribe. Instead, mark it as spam in your email app and delete the message. Join 500,000 folks who get my free newsletter. You can sign up right now at getkim.com. Here's an outstanding call for my weekend show. You're going to love it. Of course, my weekend show is called The Kim Komando Show. I know, some things in tech really make sense. Dan in Detroit, Michigan. Hi there.
Hi, Kim. How you doing? Pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for taking this.
Well, thank you, Don. What's going on?
Well, I noticed I'm retired up north here, and I'm not on any social media. I used to be Facebook and Twitter. I'm not on anything, and enjoying my kind of retirement off the grid up here. And about 2 months ago, I noticed that somebody anonymously posted a fake profile using my name on LinkedIn. Now, in order to report anything, on LinkedIn, you have to create a profile in order to report it because there's no customer service number. So I did that, and I opened up a case and reported it. And they were good about taking it down. They took the URL down, but unfortunately, the search result still shows up there. And I said to them, well, this happened on your platform. You didn't even vet this person, whoever did this. So I followed up with them, and apparently it's a common thing on this LinkedIn site. And they said, we're pretty much on your own to contact Google and the platforms. They say it might take several weeks for them to catch up when they know that it's, no longer a valid thing. Unfortunately, the headline's still up there. It's like if you type in my name, boom, it's right there. And, I thought about you after this happened. I never thought I'd be calling you. I've listened to you over the years. I thought, it's like Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? I immediately thought of you. So there you got the call. So
okay. All right.
I was wondering if you had any suggestions.
Okay, let's go through what LinkedIn was saying as far as eventually it'll fall off, the planet Earth.
Right.
So routinely the search sites, Google, Yahoo, Bing. Yes, we're even talking about Bing now for some reason. Well, because of the whole AI. Yes. Whereas it's like, everybody's like, Bing? Who cares about Bing? Bada bing. We don't want to get, whatever that is. Microsoft is back after they spent $10 billion. Who knew? Anyway, so whether it's Google, Yahoo, or Bing, is that they routinely will go out and crawl sites, and that's the term that's used. And they crawl sites to see what's valid. When they get to an address that's not valid, they take it out of the search results. Because the worst thing they can do is have search results with a whole bunch of garbage in it, okay? Right. So eventually it will fall off. Eventually it will. I don't know how long. Sometimes it can take a week. Sometimes it can take a month. Sometimes it can take longer, okay? Right. That said, is that Google has now come up with a form. Yes, only took them 23 years to come up with a form that we can use to remove things that we don't want about us through a search result that is no longer valid, or maybe it's hurtful to us. And so they came out recently and said, okay, well, your personal contact information, that can be jarring, and we can, now you can fill out a form and get that down. If there are maybe some identifying information about you that you don't want out there, and that's the box that you should check because it's fraudulent, that they will remove that information. And they look at it on a case-by-case basis. So there's actually a link to where you can submit this to Google. And then once Google has it removed, then typically you'll find that the other sites, because they all kind of share all this data. But it will probably come off of LinkedIn. But I would still contact Google and Yahoo and Bing just to kind of push that button a little bit faster if I could. And
Okay.
and so we're going to send you a link where you can learn more about it, as well as
Awesome.
get that form so that this way you can fill that out. One of the things that you might want to think about doing is setting up a Google alert for your name. So if you go to alerts.google.com, and if you type in your name,
Okay.
and if you type in your name, and if you have a really common last name, Don, is that maybe put some additional parameters in there. So like you said, Michigan or something like that. And so if anything ever pops up about that, using your name in your hometown, that you will get an alert. Google will automatically notify you that this has been posted online.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so
That's
it's
good to know.
Yeah, it's a good way to keep track of your reputation management online. And a lot of people use it also to keep track, even though you're retired, keep track of competitors, to see what competitors are doing. So you can set up, so you can set up different parameters for different reasons. So again, that's going to be alerts.google.com. And then Maddie's going to give you that link to the support page at Google where you can start submitting that removal request. Does that set you off on a good path?
It did, absolutely. And I really, really appreciate it. It's like the wild, wild west out there, I guess, with LinkedIn. And it's like, my goodness, I hopefully people know to beware of this stuff. And that was helpful. It was really, really helpful. I never thought I'd be calling you. So,
well, here you go, Don. And what took you so long? Oh, my gosh. We had just a great conversation. It took you 20 years to give me a call. And poof, life is good again. Hey, huge thanks for tuning in, folks. And if you've got a question that's burning a hole in your brain, just drop me a line. Head over to komando.com, with a K, of course, and tap Email Kim. Yes, I do read every single question. Now, for tech insights you can't afford to miss, grab my free daily newsletter over at getkim.com.